Welcome to New Rose Glow. I'm doing Anna Bay's 7-step formula to success in her School of Affluence, and today is day 40. I want to tell you a little bit about my shopping habits. I like to go to thrift stores, and I feel like I'm kind of a thrift store connoisseur, so I'd like to share 10 tips with you on thrift store shopping and also show you my thrift store haul from today and tell you a little bit about the prices that I paid for those items. I have some tips right here. I'll just jump right in. Now, please, before we start, actually, excuse the fact that I'm not wearing any makeup or I don't have my hair or jewelry or anything like that. There's a really good reason for that, and it's in these tips. The first tip is to know what you're looking for. So before I ever start shopping inside of a thrift store, I spend time at home figuring out what I already have in my wardrobe and what my wardrobe is lacking. If you watch videos from the School of Affluence or any other classy guru out there on YouTube, you'll see that they have a long list of things that are classy that you should have in your wardrobe if you have like a capsule wardrobe or some statement pieces. And they also have some stuff that you should stay away from. It's really important to do that research ahead of time and figure out what you really want in your closet and some things that you're probably going to stay away from. Maybe you'll stop buying them. Tip number 2, research the area, sales, and new merchandise time. So the area is really important. It's something I didn't think about often before. Joining the School of Affluence was where I shop in thrift stores. So I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and there are a lot of different thrift stores around me. I can choose from all sorts of areas, and based on what I've learned from the School of Affluence, I should be looking in more affluent areas. Thrift stores tend to get their merchandise from the people in the community. So if the community is full of affluent people, then the thrift store is going to have more affluent products. And if you're going to a chain thrift store, like I tend to go to, like the Salvation Army or Goodwill, then their prices tend to be fairly set. So you can pay the same amount in an affluent area as you do in a non-affluent area. So it just makes sense to shop in an affluent area and get the same exact price. When you're looking for sale times, well, this is Thanksgiving time here in America, so you have Black Friday, which is a huge time for sales in the nation. Things tend to be really, really discounted, so that's a great time. Also, times and days change between stores. So some stores will have, well, maybe Tuesdays at 10 o'clock they'll have their sales. Or maybe they'll have a special kind of sale, like Goodwill has blue tag, red tag, orange tag, yellow tag, different colors of tag sales. And then also, you want to make sure you're paying close attention to when they put new merchandise out. So it's really good if you can be the first person to pick over the lot of clothing that they put out and not the last person. And to ensure that, you just call them ahead of time and say, what day do you put out new merchandise? Or what time do you put out new merchandise? And they'll tell you, and then you go during those times. Tip number 3, wear slip over or slip off clothing. So you don't want to wear anything that has laces on it, buckles, lots of buttons. You want to wear things that you can take off easily so that you can try on clothes, or that you can put things over it so that you can try on clothes in the store without being in the dressing room. So this might be a little odd if you've only shopped in boutiques or in regular department stores, but often in thrift stores, there's a lot more merchandise than there are rooms for you to change in. So sometimes you're left to change out in the open. And it's not that people are getting down to their underwear in public. For the most part, people are just putting on a jacket or trying on a shirt, or if you have tights on, slipping on some shorts or some pants or a skirt up over your tights so that you can see if something fits very quickly. You want to wear clothes that are very close to your body, so you don't want to wear something loose or bulky. Tip number 4, stay plain. Don't wear any jewelry or big bags or jackets or have an elaborate hairstyle. Now this is my excuse for today. I mean, I don't even have makeup on because if I'm trying on clothes over and over again, I might slip things past my face and rub my makeup off on the clothing. And that's not very considerate to the store or the next person who's going to buy that piece of merchandise. They might not buy it if they see that makeup on it. So it's really important that you're courteous to everyone who's in this experience. Also, you don't want to wear an elaborate hairstyle. I have made this mistake several times where I've worn a hairstyle that was really nice, and then after I've been pulling shirts up and down, my hairstyle is ruined. So don't wear any kind of hairstyle that you're going to get ruined. As you can see, my hair is really fuzzy right now, and it's because I've been trying on so many pieces of clothing. Another thing with the whole jackets and the big clothes, you don't want to hold a jacket the entire time. Now you could get a cart and put your jacket in it, but then you have to be accountable for your jacket the entire time. I just find that it's a unnecessary hassle, so I'll either leave my jacket in the car or not bring it at all. And when it comes to clothes that tend to be cumbersome, I just don't want to put on something and to see bulges that I wouldn't normally see if I had bought the item. Oh, also with the jewelry, I've lost jewelry in thrift stores and in regular department stores, so I don't wear jewelry when I go clothes shopping. Tip number 5, bring multiple forms of payment. So I like to bring my credit card, my debit card, and cash. I prefer to pay with my credit card because I get all these points. But sometimes they don't take my credit card and I'll have to have my debit card. And sometimes the card machine's down and they need cash. It's a little bit of a hassle, but I find that it saves me a headache if I just bring multiple forms of payments. Tip number 6, scan the entire store. So it might be tempting when you go into a section to just look in that section, and if you don't find what you need, say, oh, gosh darn it, I didn't get it, and leave. But what I've found is that people often don't put things back where they belong. So they'll go through aisles, pull items out, and put them somewhere else. I'll find a shirt in the pants aisle, a dress in the skirt aisle, and honestly, if you don't check the entire store, you won't be sure that you've seen every piece of inventory. I'm really thorough when I go through thrift stores, if you can't tell, and I really hate missing out on a good item. So I would suggest going through every item, and it's not that you have to pull open every section and look at every item. Just in general, take a good look over the store and make sure that there isn't a buried treasure somewhere where it doesn't belong. Tip number 8, I want you to follow this order when you're looking at clothing. First things first, look at the type of clothing. So if you're looking for a dress, go to the dress aisle. Then look at colors. If there are colors that you don't wear anymore, like I don't wear certain colors anymore, since I've been in the School of Affluence, I've learned to dress with more natural tones and less artificial ones. So highlighter orange and hot pink typically won't be colors that I'm looking at, so I'll just bypass those colors in that section. The next thing I'll look at is the fabric. If I see a fabric that just immediately screams I'm low quality, I won't go for that fabric. I'll just skim over all of the hangers with the fabric on it and find a fabric that looks like it is good quality. Then I'll look at the cut. I'll open up the actual section and look at the garment and say like, oh, well, is this a cut I would wear? If I've already established what cuts look really good on my body and which cuts don't, then I'll know immediately if this is something I'm interested in or not. And then after I've established that this is the cut, I'll look at the tag and see what size it is. And if it's my size, I'll pull it out. Tip number 8, thoroughly inspect the garment for holes, tears, stains, or any kind of imperfection. When you're going to a thrift store, it's just a really high likelihood that you're going to find a shirt or pants or any kind of garment with an imperfection. So it's really important that you pay attention and look at every single detail. What I'll do is check buttons, I'll check zippers. If anything has to be functional, I'll make sure that it actually works. And then I'll hold the garment up to the light and see if I can see any kind of light staining. Tip number 9, try on everything. And I mean everything. Now it takes a lot of work for you to even decide that you're going to choose a garment. So if it makes it into your cart, it needs to make it on your body. If you try it on and see that it fits you perfectly, then that's great. But if you don't try it on, then you won't know at all. What I like to do is go a little step further and take photographs. I often take those photographs and send them to my family members or to a friend and just get a second opinion on how it looks on me. Tip 10, don't be afraid to shop at multiple thrift stores. I live in an area where there are a lot of thrift stores that are close to each other, so it's really easy for me to do a thrift store hop. You might not be in that kind of situation, so it's important for you to plan what thrift store you go to based on not just how great the thrift store is, but how close it is to other thrift stores. So if they don't have what you need, you can hop. Now I want to show you the haul that I had from today. So today I went to 2 thrift stores. I went to Salvation Army and then I went to Goodwill. The Salvation Army had a great sale going on today. For Black Friday, they had 50% off for the entire store. So I got massive deals. I'm going to show you some of the stuff I bought. This first item is a stiletto shoe from Cateau. It is a chestnut color and in a faux suede. It retails at $24.99 and I got it for $4. This second item is a Nine West stiletto pump and it retails for $89 and I got it for $6.50. This third item is a Kenneth Cole sandal and it retails for $59 and I got it for $3.50. My fourth item is a Steve Madden handbag. How cute this is. It retails at $150 and I got it for $3. And it is fairly new looking. My fifth item is a silk blouse. I didn't check the retail price on it, but I paid $1.50 for it. And the last item I got from the Salvation Army is a Julian Taylor New York dress. It's a long dress. I really got it because the buttons are so cute. It's really long. Look how cute this is. I spent a lot of time at the Goodwill and I didn't get as many items as I did at the Salvation Army. I only found two that really sparked my interest. One is a Calvin Klein skirt. This is beige and it's mid-length. The back of it has a little bit of an opening. And it's got the monogram written right on there. And my last item from the Goodwill is a New York & Company stretch pair of trousers. They're gray and they are really long. I'm a tall person, so it's always great when I can find a nice pair of trousers. The total of everything that I bought today at the Goodwill and at the Salvation Army is less than $40. That is a huge savings. So that is how I'm able to purchase classy clothing with little to no money. If you like videos like this and you'd like to follow me in my transformation journey, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video and to leave me a comment on what video I should make next. I can't wait to see you next time and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!